So this is a navigation chart for today. We're going to start talking about who we are, our asks, response to the current proposals, and then we're going to hear a couple of partner voices. Our members are going to tell you why tuna is so important for their businesses. First, the Global Tuna Alliance is a pre-competitive collaboration of international supply chain companies with a shared interest in providing the environmental and social performance of tuna fishery. And I want to clarify here that we are not just an NGO that is seeking conservation. We are a group of businesses. We want sustainable businesses. That is our objective. Right now, we have 50 companies. As you can see, our members are from all around the world, and they have their own interests in different tunas, different geographic distribution of tunas, and some of them for sure are getting tuna from the Eastern Pacific Ocean. So to talk a little bit about the scale of the Global Tuna Alliance, we have this survey from 2020, just a couple of numbers here. So GTA partners employ over 1.2 million people, which is pretty significant. And that was in 2020 again. GTA partners bought around 1.3 million tons of tuna in 2020. And which is around 1.3 billion of dollars of tuna in 2020. Why just 2020, not 2021? Good question. So we're working on this. These are preliminary figures. It's tricky. The more partners we have, is even more difficult to figure out this because they are in different parts of the supply chain. But to give you an estimate, our partners like handle at least 30% of the global tuna catch. That is what GTA is representing right now.
Muy buenos días a todos. Si me escuchan bien.
Sí. Someone is unmuted there, excuse me.
Me saluda. Agradeciendo la presencia de esta reunión. En primer lugar, teníamos previsto hacer una reunión híbrida, presencial y virtual, pero
I'm trying to find who is the one talking right now. Okay, there we go. So how can GTA partnership change? The way that we work, we're part of the supply chains. We with advocacy and coordination with other influential seafood companies, and provide effective platform and safe numbers that we call like that. So we work both ways. So we have sourcing requirements. Oh, excuse me. Again, someone is unmuted. Okay. Social requirements, request to supplier engage, and we work directly in advocacy, like exactly what we're doing right now with the RFMO delegates, which generate a positive reaction for what we're doing. And our idea, as I said, is to have sustainable businesses, sustainable tuna, sustainable businesses. This is our GTA 5-year strategy. We have 3 different dimensions on our strategy. One is transparency and traceability. And as you can see down here, we are going to be talking about these issues at the IATTC meeting, like observer coverage, electronic monitoring, port state measure, transshipment regulation, and so on. In the environmental side, for sure, we're going to be talking about harvest strategies, fats, and social responsibility for us is really important, ensuring social responsible seafood supply chain. So these are our, this is our 5 years strategy. So for next week, our asks are this that you're looking at it. harvest strategies, we are asking to adopt a comprehensive precautionary harvest strategy for North Pacific albacore. We know there's some good progress there. Better fat management, so adopt measure on biodegradable fats, and the idea is to have a better fat management in general. GTA has a really strong position on it, and you can see that in our website. For state measure agreements, we know there was a big progress last year, so now we're asking members to opt into the forest state measure by designated ports, and we know that there is good progress there too, which is wonderful. And at the same time, we would like to see some support to the implementation of the system mechanism for developing states. Electronic monitoring, well, again, we know IATTC is working on it, but we would like to see something adopted by this year. And drug treatment, we are asking for 100% observer on all vessels by 2024, and adopt amendments to existing transshipment regulations to bring in line with best practices. So those are our asks. And we know there are proposals already. So there are some proposals that align with what we are asking for. So we are going to talk a little bit about them. So to start with that, it's harvest strategies, North Pacific albacore. We know Canada is a proposal there, and they recommend adopting the proposed harvest strategy, which includes quantitative management objectives, reference points, acceptable levels of risk, monitoring, of course, strategy, and harvest control rules. So for that proposal, GTA totally support this effort to adopt the harvest strategies. Harvest strategies, tropical tunas. This is a really interesting new take on it. We know that the objectives of spawning biomass or mortality at the MSY level is difficult to get when we have uncertainty in different models, but it's incredible. And personally, I really like the idea of this proposal from Ecuador, that they are saying that if we don't have the exact number, we could use proxies. So have a spawning biomass proxy at MSY and have proxy too at MSY. So they can make decisions. So the GTA welcomed this effort to develop a new alternative to establish reference points when there is uncertainty about the reliable of the models used for the stock assessment. Yeah, we totally support this. Transshipment, there are two proposals. The European Union proposal is the first one, and they are proposing to improve the current conservation measures, require the transshipment declaration, but send all the relevant authorities all the information about completion of the transshipment, require catch location, time, data, ensure that shark species transship are reported, revised transshipment declaration to require inclusion of IMO numbers. So this is a really nice step in the right direction. Ecuador, on the other hand, is proposing that all transshipment operation must take place in ports, which for large-scale tuna long-length fishing vessel, which pretty much means that to ban transshipment. So as GTA, we support the EU proposal, and we hope that during the discussion with other CPCs, Ecuador could support the 100% observer coverage at sea transshipment as we're asking for. And finally, observer and electronic monitoring, we were really surprised by this proposal from Ecuador. We know that already the percenters, they already have 100% coverage, but now Ecuador is proposing that all the vessels, including longliners, should have that coverage, and they are proposing this over time, as you can see here. So we as GTA totally support Ecuador's proposal, and we're really well surprised. This is wonderful. So, and now we are going to hear some partner voices. We would like to know why sustainable tuna is important for them. So we're gonna start with Peter Adame, Director of Communication Sustainability at Luz America. Luz America offers grocery retailers, food services operator, restaurant, a reliable source of domestic and imported seafood. As a wholesale distributor, they serve both small and large volume customers. There are multiple locations along the west coast of the US. Peter, please.
Thank you, Albert. Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join this meeting. As Albert mentioned, I'm with Luz America Foods, and I'm their Director of Sustainability. We distribute to the entire West Coast of the United States, and more our customers are requiring our seafood to be sustainable, and that's where my work lies. And tuna is one that always seems to be a point where we need to continue to improve. And I appreciate you all because you have the ability to drive the changes with the RFMOs. And so I'm asking for your help. I just please ask that you use Albert and Tom as a resource. They have a ton of expertise, and the Global Tuna Alliance appreciates all your support in voting for these different measures.
Thanks a lot, Peter. That's wonderful. And now we are gonna invite Joe Prosher, Agriculture, Fisheries, and Sustainability Sourcing Manager at Morrison Supermarkets. They are a Yorkshire food retailers in the UK. They have a network of almost 500 stores, if I well remember. So, Joe, please. Floor is yours.
Hi, Albert. Can you hear me okay first?
Yeah, perfect.
Great. So thanks for your time. Firstly, just to introduce Morrison's, which we've already done a bit, but we're one of the largest supermarket retailers in the UK. And we're actually seafood processors ourselves as well. And we're not a premium retailer targeting high spend demographic customers. But even for us, sustainable tuna and sustainable sourcing in general is a fundamental expectation of customers for us and in the UK generally. We're a customer-driven business, like a lot of retailers, and we regularly do things like customer insight data, gathering that back. And particularly with the flagship profile of tuna as an important marine species, we see the opportunity to both, promote our brand and the essential need to kind of like underpin the standards for all sourcing we do for seafood. One of the things I just wanted to highlight is for over a decade, we've been committed to responsible seafood sourcing, and this is part of a bigger, broader commitment that a lot of the UK buying sector has backed generally, which means we pay close attention to the detail of the sustainability of the fisheries that we are buying from. And the other thing I wanted to flag is we actually work with a couple of key partners in Ecuador to source tuna. That's coming from part of comprehensive fishery improvement programs working towards certification. And the thing I wanted to iterate for RFMO delegates is, you guys know this, but you've got a really important role to play in helping set the regulations, in helping to impact the future viability of our ability to source from these fisheries. So in that regard, the decisions that you'll take at the upcoming commission meeting are really important. And similar to the ask previously, I just asked that you use Tom, Albert, and the resources that were prepared as part of the GTA to help inform your decisions as you go into those meetings, to basically put the fisheries in a position on a sustainable footing for the future where we can continue to buy and source from these regions. So thanks for your time.
Thanks a lot, Joe. And thanks a lot to everyone who attended today. Now I'm going to open the floor if you have any question for me, for Joe, Peter, or Tom, our executive director, who is on the line too. Okay, it sounds like everyone is happy and everything was clear. So thanks a lot again for being here today. We wish you the best for next week. I think this is a great opportunity for the IATTC to progress towards sustainable tuna. So thank you so much and see you next week. Bye.